Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Breckenridge County High School and Tiger Arena for tonight's girls basketball action between our visitors from Owensboro Catholic High School and our Lady Tigers of Breckenridge County High School. Prior to the start of tonight's contest, we'd like to take a moment and honor these outstanding seniors and the dedication they've made toward our athletics and our activities over the last few years. Tonight we recognize the seniors from Lady Tiger basketball, cheer, band, archery, and dance. First, our Lady Tiger senior basketball seniors. Miss Natalie Tabor. Natalie is the 18-year-old daughter of Jody and Tiffany Tabor. She's been a member of the basketball team for 7 years. She's also involved in Pep Club, National Honor Society, Beta Club, HOSA, Tiger Paw Publishing, and SAG. After high school, she plans to continue her basketball career at Thomas More University and major in nursing. She would like to leave some advice for her other teammates, her younger teammates. That's thank you for every single one of my teammates for making my last year as a Lady Tiger unforgettable. I love you all so much. Natalie. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Natalie Tabor. Next member of the Lady Tiger basketball team is our manager, Miss Chloe Dinner. Chloe is the daughter of John and Karen Dinner. She's been a manager for 2 years. And she's also involved in softball and soccer. After high school, she plans to go to WKU. Her most memorable moment is when Clint made Kate get sick on the bus. Miss Chloe Dinner. Our next Lady Tiger senior member is another manager, Miss Alyssa Faith Mugger. Alyssa is the 18-year-old daughter of Alicia and David Mugger. She's been a basketball manager for 4 years. She's also involved in Pep Club. Her plans after high school is to go to Paul Mitchell Beauty School and open up her own shop. Her most memorable moment is when Chad got upset. He broke 3 water bottles. It wasn't funny at the time, but now she thinks it was. Miss Alyssa Mugger. Our Lady Tiger archery member tonight, our senior, Miss Morgan Lucas. Morgan's being escorted by Mr. Rob and Beth Ann Garrett. She's been a member of archery for 2 years. She's also involved in academic team, future problem solving, and soccer. After high school, Morgan plans to attend the University of Louisville and major in English. Her most memorable moment was the 2019 state tournament. Miss Morgan Lucas. Our next senior member for band is Mr. James Aaron Kane. Aaron's the son of Jamie and Joyce Kane. Aaron's been a member of the band for 5 years. He's also involved in the Magic Club, and after high school he plans to go to ECTC to get a bachelor's degree in art and technology. His most memorable moment is when he joined marching band for the first time and made new friends that would last a lifetime. Mr. Aaron Kane. Our next member of the band that's a senior is Mr. Jesse Campbell. Jesse's the son of Allison Campbell. He's been a member of Pep Band for 6 years. He's also involved in FBLA. And after high school, he plans to go to ECTC for basic and then get a job in CSX transportation. His most memorable moment is Mr. Dudgeon making fun of John. Mr. Jesse Campbell. A member of the senior band is Miss Chloe Dinner. Cole Dinner, sorry, my apologies. Cole Dinner. Cole is the son of Wayne and Stephanie Dinner. He's been a member of the Pep Band for 5 years. He's also involved in marching band and Skills USA. After high school, he plans to go to Western Kentucky University for mechanical engineering. His most memorable experience with band is that one time at band camp, oh wait, that was concert band. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cole Dinner. Our next member of the band for seniors, Mr. Logan Johnson. Logan is the son of Rebecca He's been a member of Band for 5 years. He's also involved in Skills USA and marching band. After high school, Logan plans to attend Bryan University and study full stack web development. His most memorable moment of band is the one-time band camp Owensboro that was concert band. Mr. Logan Johnson. Our next senior member of band is Miss Ellie Gentry. Ellie is the daughter of Karen and Chuck Gentry. She's been a member of Pit Band for 6 years. After high school, she plans to attend Mortuary School. Her most memorable moment is when they tried to put a packet of mayonnaise in Mr. Dudgeon's back pocket and it exploded all over me and the floor. Miss Ellie Gentry. Our next senior band member is Miss John Caressel, son of Tim and Brandy Fridge. He's been a member of band for 6 years, and marching band for 2 years. After high school, he plans to enter the workforce at Toyota Manufacturing. His most memorable moment is riding in the back of Mr. Dudgeon's car with his legs out the hatch holding a gas jug as they went over speed bumps. Mr. John Caressel. Our next senior member is Miss Elise McCoy. She's the daughter of Dr. Becky Driscoll McCoy and Brian McCoy. She's been a member of Pit Band for 6 years. She's also involved in HOSA, National Honor Society, Chamber Singers, and marching band. After high school, she plans to major in biochemistry, minor vocal performance, perform with the Big Red Marching Band. And her most memorable moment is always listening to Closing Time as the last song getting home from district and regional tournaments. Miss Elise McCoy. Our next band singer is Mr. Aaron McGilvery. He's the son of Craig McGilvery. He's been a member of the Pit Band for 4 years. After high school, he plans to attend Western Kentucky University and major in history and become a history teacher, keeping his music on the side. His most memorable moment is playing drum sets and hanging out with his closest friends. Mr. Aaron McGilvery. Our next band member senior is Miss Abby Morton. Abby is the daughter of Emily and David Morton. She's been a member of Pit Band for 4 years. She's also a member of Student Y Club, Chamber Singers, 4-H Career Club, and National Honor Society. After high school, she plans to attend Brescia or Western Kentucky University and major in theology and English. Her most memorable moment is playing the cowbell for every song. Miss Abby Morton. Our next Lady Tiger senior band member is Miss Brianna Parr. She's the daughter of Stephen and Jamie Parr. She's been a member of Pit Band for 6 years. She's also a member of marching band, HOSA, and softball. After high school, she plans to attend nursing school at University of Louisville and then choose a specialty. Her most memorable moment is having Mr. Dudgeon and Mr. Roadtrimble tell me how they like my playlist and like my proud parents. Like proud parents. Miss Brianna Parr. We now introduce our members of our Lady Tiger cheerleading squad. Our first senior is Miss Charity Borders. Charity is the daughter of Crystal and Daniel Borders. She's been a varsity cheerleader for 4 years. She's also involved in HOSA and FBLA. After high school, she plans to attend Kentucky Wesleyan University and continue her cheer there. Her most memorable moment is competition season and working on pyramids. Miss Charity Borders. Our next Lady Tiger cheerleader senior is Miss Olivia Dow. Olivia is the daughter of Travis and Jennifer Metcalf. She's been a member of cheer for 2 years. She's also involved in National Honor Society, DECA, STLB, Pep Club, and SAD. She plans to attend Murray State University after high school, and her most memorable moment is doing stunts and placing 4th in competition in Owensboro High School. Miss Olivia Dow. Our next Lady Tiger senior is Miss Callie Hinton. Callie's an 18-year-old daughter of Jill and Jeremy McManaway. She's been a cheerleader for 1 year. She's also involved in FFA. After high school, she plans to attend OCTC, and her most memorable moment is competition. Miss Callie Hinton. Our next Lady Tiger cheerleader is senior Miss Janae Leslie. Janae is the 18-year-old daughter of Steve and Jennifer Leslie. She's been a member of the cheerleading squad for 4 years. She's also been involved in the President Council, National Honor Society, President of the Beta Club, HOSA, and Pep Club. After high school, Janae plans to cheer at Western Kentucky University while obtaining a degree in communication disorders to become a speech-language pathologist. Her most memorable moment is spending a week with her teammates in Dallas at the NCAA competition. Miss Janae Leslie. Our next cheer senior is Miss Aubrey Taylor. Aubrey is a 17-year-old granddaughter of Lynn Toole. She's been a cheerleader for 4 years. Her other activities she's involved in is competitive cheer, Beta Club, Pep Club, and SAD. After high school, she plans to attend college and study radiology. Her most memorable moment is there are too many to count. Miss Aubrey Taylor. Our final Lady Tigers senior cheerleader senior is Miss Stella Waddell. Stella is the daughter of Sonia Haney. She's been a member of the cheerleading squad for 2 years, and after high school, she plans to attend ECTC for 2 years and then move to WKU for photography and journalism. Miss Stella Waddell. Our final activity we will recognize tonight is our senior members of our dance squad. Our first senior member is Miss Riley Whitfield. The daughter of Ben and Shelley Whitfield. She's been a member of dance for 4 years. She's also involved in FBLA and Pep Club. After high school, she plans to attend OCTC, and her most memorable moment is the trip to the state competition freshman year with Dana. Miss Riley Whitfield. Our final member tonight to recognize senior is Miss Dana Shamore. Daughter of Dean and Dana Shamore. She's been a member of the dance team for 3 years. She's also involved in FBLA, DECA, and Pep Club. Dana's plans after high school are to attend ECTC, and her most memorable moment is becoming second place state champs in hip hop for her freshman year. Miss Dana Shamore. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2019-2020 Winter Sports Seniors. On behalf of Breckenridge County, thank you for your hard work and dedication to moving forward toward your sport and activity.
Wright Implement is your one-stop source for everything John Deere. Save like never before on everything from commercial zero-turn mowers to lawn tractors to compact utility tractors and more. Right now at Wright Implement, you can get 0% financing for 60 months on a brand new John Deere 4044M compact utility tractor, and that price includes a loader. Save today at Wright Implement with 9 locations in Kentucky and Indiana to serve you, and online at wrightimp.com.
Emptiness. That's what this is right now. And I'm not just talking about the auditorium. Here at Breck Live, we have space for a commercial. Your very own commercial. Kobe. This could have been you, but instead, it's just me, all alone. And I just want to go home.
Here at Breck Live, we have space for commercials. This ad could have been yours.
But instead, you can watch us eat for the remaining time of this commercial.
Being a Breck Live broadcaster and seeing all these players, I realize now that I wish I could dunk.
Whoa! Whoa!
If you would like to advertise for Breck Live, your wish is our command.
Middle. Aubrey with another touch. She's going to have one-on-one. And she has her double!
QB can't get it off, and he's taken down
by Trenton Brown.
Trenton Brown, the savior out here.
Get it over. Repeats it live. Madison Thompson with the set. Tessa with the spike.
Isabel thinks about it. She's going to take a hit. No problem. What a find!
Welcome to Tiger Arena and to senior night for the final regular season matchup of the Lady Tigers season. I'm John Smith, joined by Wyman Dow to bring you all the action. Tonight, bringing two teams together at the top of the third region, particularly defensively. And Wyman, they're coming in similar scenes. What do you expect tonight?
Expect a very close game tonight. Breckinridge County needs to keep the score low in order to win this game, as their defense has been doing really good here lately, but their offense has been struggling. Only 2 50-point games in the last 7.
And we know who the ultimate threat is for this Owensboro Catholic team. Hannah McKay scored 24 points against them last year, but this year committed to Murray State University to play Division I, and is also on the Kentucky Miss Basketball watch list, averaging 20 points and about 10 rebounds a game, and certainly will be the ultimate test for the Lady Tigers tonight.
Definitely need to shut her down in order to win this game, because that is just a ultimate weapon. A guard that's that tall that can shoot 40% from three-point range, that's on the Miss Kentucky Basketball watch list. I mean, that's a little impressive.
And she's not alone in terms of college commits. They've got Spencer Harvey as well, going to Georgetown College, another 9 points there. Isabella Henning is going to Indiana State, not for basketball, but to play softball with her twin sister. So this team is really just built up of athletes, and they are extremely deep. 17 players on the roster. A lot of teams, you may have people not playing all that often. They can go 11, 12 deep, and they won't have any problems.
Yeah, and Lady Tigers have not beaten Owensboro Catholic since 2017 in the regional tournament. So it's been a little bit since we've seen a win over Owensboro Catholic.
And they are few and far between in recent history. The Lady Tigers trailing the series 21-4. But that's going to go ahead and send you over now to the national anthem.
At this time, I'd ask that all and everybody please rise as we honor this great country with the playing of our national anthem. Tonight performed by the BCHS Pet Band under the direction of Mr. Ricky Dudgeon.
And following the national anthem there, we're just about 4.5 to go until tip-off here. As I mentioned, the Lady Tigers 4-21, in the last 20 or so odd years against Owensboro Catholic. The last time the Lady Tigers won against Owensboro Catholic at home was in November of 2005. So it has been a long, long time since we have pulled this one off.
So 15 years since a home victory against Owensboro Catholic. That's a really long time to wait.
It certainly is quite the time frame, a decade and a half ago. As for the Lady Tigers, we know the lone senior on the team, Natalie Tabor. It is her senior night after all in her career. 752 points, 307 rebounds, 214 made three-point field goals, all coming over the course of these last 5 seasons, hitting 40 or plus three-pointers in each season. And for both these teams, both coming in against home losses against Henderson County. Henderson County, one of the most talented teams in the state. Absolutely. 3 people shooting over 47% from 3 is not something that normally happens for any team. And Catholic losing at home 61-41, while the Lady Tigers lost 46-66.
And does Henderson have anyone that was committed to a big school?
They did have one player committed, I believe, to Oakland City University in southwestern Indiana. So they had certainly some talent of their own, and they showed it. The Lady Tigers, though, certainly would love this win, have been struggling offensively in recent games, and I think some would argue against Henderson County played better than they had been despite the scoreline, because we'd seen some serious offensive inconsistency, but when it comes to playing a team like that, it's just hard to guard them. Owensboro Catholic this year 10-2 against the region, 5-1 against their district. The only loss coming against Apollo. And in their district tournament, they're going to play Owensboro, who the Lady Tigers beat earlier on in the year, and Owensboro Catholic has also beaten twice this year.
And coming up, the Lady Tigers take on Hancock County in the district tournament. That'll be on Monday, I believe.
Yeah, and we're going to hopefully be able to bring that one to you. As for Owensboro Catholic last season, regional champions back-to-back now. 29-8 was their final record. Their loss eventually coming in the state tournament to Ryle. And Ryle, who eventually went on to be state champions. So that team last year was extremely talented. This team 19-10 this year. Owensboro Catholic lost 47% of their scoring from a year ago. Things are a little different for them, but certainly expect the best out of them, and they will give it their all, as they do every time. Their coach is Michael Robertson, his 8th year. He has 5 regional championships over 5 seasons, and that is unmatched by anybody. As for the Lady Tigers, Chad Moorman in his 4th season with an 80-41 record. These teams met last year in the regional semifinals, where Catholic was able to win in probably the ugliest game possible, 61-31 against the Lady Tigers. 4 for 26 from 3, I believe it was.
They shot 30 free throws in that game. Breck County only had 31 points, but Owensboro Catholic shot 30 free throws in that game.
It was just about everything that could have gone wrong managed to go wrong. And with that, we're going to send you over to the starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, prior to the introductions of tonight's starting lineups, I'd like to take a moment if I could direct your attention to center court. On Tuesday night, February 11th, 2020, at Muhlenberg County High School, Fighting Tiger senior Kavion Mitchell joined the 1,000 Point Club at Breckenridge County High School, becoming the 17th member of the Illustrious Club. Congratulations, Kavion. join me for tonight's starting lineups. First, for our visitors from Owensboro Catholic High School. At guard, number 2, Caroline Reed. At guard, number 5, Isabella Henning. At guard, number 11, Spencer Harvey. At forward, number 22, Hannah McKay. And number 35, Allie Maggard. And now, for your Lady Tigers of Breckenridge County. At guard, number 5, number 11, Isabel Grimes. At guard, number 5, Skylar Tucker. At guard, number 14, Sydney Tucker. At guard, number 24, Natalie Tabor. And at forward, number 22, Aliyah Mucker.
And there we have the lineups for the night for the Lady Tigers. Going in with Skylar tonight, more physical player than Cassidy, and definitely has had some good games recently. As for Owensboro Catholic, they are starting 5 upperclassmen, 4 seniors.
Very experienced lineup on the floor for Owensboro Catholic.
No player for Owensboro Catholic with less than 3 seasons of varsity. As for the Lady Tigers, Skylar, we saw her in there early when Isabel was out during the season, but here we're going to go with Sydney in the middle, and Hannah McKay is going to win that tip with no problem. And it's now into the hands of Reed. Gives it to Maggard. He's found Harvey. Back out here to Reed. Inside, layup is up and in. And that one's good there by Henning. And the Lady Tigers used to being outsized, but this team is absolutely massive.
Mix that with good ball movement, and they had a very easy basket there to open the game.
Here's Isabel on the left side up to Natalie. She's going to take it with her left, have it tipped away there by Maggard, and it's going to go out of bounds. Back to the Lady Tigers. And I think we saw earlier, Hannah McKay is obviously a large player, but the rest of this team is also dwarfs the Lady Tiger lineup. Natalie here inside, out to Sydney. Up now to Isabel.
The sheer height of Owensboro Catholic is just intimidating to look at. It's every single one of them is taller than
Skylar looking
anyone.
like the only one that even comes close. Sydney here. Guarded by McKay. Natalie up to Aaliyah. Right side takes it left. Out to Natalie. 3 on the way. Long, no good from the senior. Tapped around though. Sydney chasing after it from McKay, and it's going to make its way into the hands here of Henning. But all the way down now to Harvey. Fake by Reed. Pass inside. Kick back out though. Stolen away by Aaliyah. Here's Natalie. She has Isabel down the court. Isabel takes it to her left. Throws it up and gets the roll.
Isabel with the left-handed finish on the other end. Very impressive to start the game.
A good move from Isabel there, but Reed tries to answer, no good. Rebounded by Skylar, and Reed just going to pick Isabel's pocket there and gets the finish. Fortunate break there for Catholic, able to get 2 points on the board on what may have been a fast break from the Lady Tigers, but Isabel now taking it up the court. Working up here against Henning. She's going to take it to her right, drags it back out to Skylar. Aaliyah, top of the key, takes the drive all the way in and can't get the finish, and McKay with the rebound, but tapped away by Aaliyah on the pass, and it's going to stay with the Lady Aces here.
Outstanding effort on defense here to start off with. 4-2 lead for Catholic.
We've seen McKay actually come out of the game early here.
She was having her foot taped up early in the game. Maybe it's coming back to bother her here early.
And a junior comes into the game, so a 6th upperclassman so far. Head comes in, and that is her immediately knocking down the triple. And we're going to see McKay come back in here. Isabel drives all the way in, and she's going to draw the foul there. That one going against Catherine Head as well. Natalie on the inbound from the baseline. Isabel, she's going to take the fake. Sydney inside, she's going to drive, throws it up. May have gotten tripped, but rebounded away by Reed here. Reed down the middle of the court, guarded by Aaliyah. Going to get all the way inside, throws it up, no good. Rebounded by Natalie.
So far, not letting offensive rebounds happen has been very key for the Lady Tigers.
Aaliyah, quick recovery by Head, kicked out to Isabel, 3 on the way. Short, rebounded by Aaliyah, puts it up, and gets it in. And a lot of energy so far from the Lady Tigers, something they've struggled with in first quarters, in recent games at least. Here's Reed now with the ball. Finds Head. Guarded by Natalie here. Kicks this one up to Harvey. Drive in by Harvey. Throws it up. No good. Rebounded by Skylar. Isabel has it. And she's taking it down the right side. Drags it out. Here to Aaliyah. To Sydney, who fires up a 3. Off the right side of the rim. McKay, and a shove there from as Natalie's going to hit the floor. And McKay looks to take it full length, but she's going to double dribble here.
The break for Breckenridge County is Natalie did get shoved to the ground on the other end.
And it didn't look like it was McKay who had the ball at the time. It looked like it was Reed there. But nonetheless, the Lady Tigers regained possession here in the hands of Isabel. Natalie top of the key. Cut by Sydney. Trying to work it up against the bigger defender. Gets her own rebound. Can't get the finish though. And rebounded by McKay. Reed now with the ball. Middle of the court. Kick out. 3 on the way there. And it's good. That one by Harvey. About 9 points per game from her. 31% from 3, but knocks that one down there. Isabel drives. Aaliyah. Sydney to Skylar to Natalie. Takes it to her right. Looking for options. Forced to drag it all the way back out. And tapped away there as Isabel's going to gain possession in the backcourt. She gets it across the timeline. Working against Head here. Kicked out to Natalie. On the left to Skylar. Isabel again. And a great drive from Isabel. Spins all the way inside and a nice finish there. And Isabel doing what she does best. Getting inside there. Breaking 3 defenders on her way to the bucket.
Amazing take by Isabel.
Reed here. Out to Head. Nearly a turnover. Back to Reed. Head down low. Finds inside and a couple of big hits there. But the foul will be called against Henning.
The amount of hustle in this game is what's keeping the Lady Tigers in it so far. Hustle, rebounds, good defense, and limiting offensive rebounds on Owensboro Catholic's side.
It's been a much more convincing first quarter than we've seen against a handful of opponents in recent weeks. Here's Isabel looking to continue this good start. Skylar throws up a 3, just long, tapped around though, and the Lady Tigers winning the rebounding battle so far in this game. And just looking out there, you wouldn't expect that to be the case. Isabel here, now at the top of the key. 4 across the free throw line. Skylar going to take it, and they're going to call 3 in the key here. I believe that one against Skylar. Owensboro Catholic regains possession with a 4-point lead and about 2.5 to go in this first quarter. Now it's Head across the timeline, guarded here against the zone. It would look like no, as Aaliyah out there actually, and tapped away by Aaliyah there. This 3 by Head, and that one's good. And so far, Owensboro Catholic knocking down a handful of threes. And not something they are necessarily ridiculous at. They last season 37%, but this year only hovering about 29%. But so far hitting a handful.
3 for 3 to start the game. Outstanding 3-point shooting, and Head has 2 of them.
And that's been the difference so far.
Now, Catherine Head, the junior, came off the bench for Hannah McKay, and since coming in has knocked down those 2 threes. So it's been very solid bench play, as Owensboro Catholic is a very deep team.
And as you expect, started 5 upperclassmen, just brought in a 6th, so they can pretty much do this as long as they want to. And here is Isabel once again with the ball. Working up this time against Conkright, the first underclassman into the game. Aaliyah to Natalie on the right side. And she kicks it out to Isabel. Back at the top of the key. We've seen her make some great drives so far in this game. Skylar, Cassidy. Aaliyah fires up a 3 and knocks it down. And a big 3 there.
Breck County finally answered with a 3 of their own.
So far had missed a couple, but that's a big one there from Aaliyah, and we know she's expanded her range throughout this season. And another steal away here by the Lady Tigers. Skylar forced all the way into a corner, but gives it up to Cassidy. And going to be tapped out of bounds, though, by Head, as the Lady Tigers will get the inbound here on the sideline. Natalie to inbound it here. Looks for Isabel, and she will get it in the backcourt. Guarded again by Conkright. Sophomore guard. Isabel drags it out. And a little weave here from the Lady Tigers. Isabel thinks about the 3. Gets the drive. Kick out to Aaliyah, who's going to drive again. Finds Skylar. Tipped around. And into the hands of Isabel back on the left side. Isabel left. Aaliyah pulls up another 3. Knocks it down again.
Great ball movement led to a great shot from Aaliyah.
And
another 3.
Just like that, a 1-point game. The Lady Tigers knocking down a couple in a row there of their own. And a foul going to go against Isabel.
What an outstanding game we're watching so far. 13-12, 1-point game and against one of the better teams in the 3rd region.
And the perfect response in this one, following an early deficit. So far, the Lady Tigers have done a fantastic job of making sure McKay has not been a factor in this game. 3 on the way by Head, and she knocks it down again. She has 3 on the night from behind the arc now. A player that shoots 30% around on the dot here for the year. Isabel to her left, step back, long 2, just long, and that is going to wrap up the first quarter of action as the Lady Tigers trail, but a little late comeback there, 16-12, as we send you over to our sponsors.
Wright Implement is your one-stop source for everything John Deere. Save like never before on everything from commercial zero-turn mowers to lawn tractors to compact utility tractors and more. Right now at Wright Implement, you can get 0% financing for 60 months on a brand new John Deere 4044M compact utility tractor, and that price includes a loader. Save today at Wright Implement with 9 locations in Kentucky and Indiana to serve you, and online at wrightimp.com.
And we welcome you back here, just about to get the second quarter underway. And Wyman, we saw a very entertaining first quarter of this game.
Yes, we did. A very competitive first quarter of this game. Breckinridge County leading the rebound battle right now over a very tall team. So definitely just a lot of hustle and a lot of great playing from the Lady Tigers.
And the Lady Tigers not a team that usually gets a lot of rebounds for themselves. And Owensboro Catholic not really in the same boat. A lot of size out there, and they will crash the boards, but we are now underway, and Aaliyah at the free throw line drives it in, puts a layup. She's going to draw the foul. That one going to go against Maggard there, who started the night.
Aaliyah hitting 2 threes in that first quarter. She leads the team right now with 7 of the 12 points.
Aaliyah 80% on the year, 77 for 96. And these are the first free throws of the game so far. And she knocks down the first with no problem. The Lady Tigers have cut it to a 1-possession game. Second is good. And the Lady Tigers have trimmed it now down to just 2 points here at the start of this second quarter. Aaliyah with another tip. We've seen her have a lot of those, but Head's able to recover. Good pass inside and an easy finish and one there for Maggard again, responding pretty quickly. Had Aaliyah just gotten a little more favorable of a push there on that ball, maybe a different story.
And we've mentioned McKay and Harvey, but Maggard is arguably the tallest person on Owensboro Catholic.
Maggard misses the free throw, only 53% on the year. Natalie to Isabel. On the right side now. Has Aaliyah at the top of the key, who's knocked down 2 triples on the night. And she's going to drag herself all the way out of the play here. Here's Natalie, who fires up a 3. Knocks it down again. And the Lady Tigers finally catching heat. Hitting 3 out of the last 3 3-point attempts now. Drive in here. And it's going to be a charge. And Isabella hitting there, driving a little too deep and taking it right into Skylar, and the Lady Tigers with a chance to take the lead now. Isabel here. The Lady Tigers in the best position since this game started now. Left side. Sydney on the right now. Out to Isabel again. She's trying to get in the lane. She's going to make her way in. Puts it up. No good. But it's going to be rebounded away by Maggard here. Gets it up to Conkright. Right side. Looks for the reversal. And McKay and Isabel going to make contact. And Isabel hurting here. Drive in and a foul going to be called. Conkright.
Yeah, I think Isabel's going to have to come out of this game.
And she certainly looks to be in quite a bit of pain.
Had a hip injury last year, and looks like that's seems to be what's hurt now.
And for the Lady Tigers, not what you want to see. At the line now is Conkright, though, who is 57% on the year. She's going to knock down the first.
At the line for Owensboro Catholic, number 20, Camille Conkright.
And we do see Isabel come out for Cassidy now. So we are going to see the Lady Tiger lineup that we saw in Isabel's absence overall. And will be Cassidy and Sydney up the court now. Cassidy with the drive, the kick out to Sydney, who's going to take it right, throws this one up and knocks it down. Back to 1. And Reed now following a strong finish there from Sydney.
Isabel's a big loss, but Lady Tigers did play well in Isabel's absence, so could see some of that come back here.
Reed, feed inside to Maggard, throws it up left hand and gets the roll. And just tough to guard somebody who's got that much size on you. Cassidy drags it out. Smart to not drag that one across half court into the double team. And she's going to drag it out now all the way to the halfway circle. Pull up here by Sydney again. That one hits right. Skylar, though, with the rebound. And Natalie on the cut, puts it up and gets the finish. And back and forth right now. Reed on Aaliyah. And a turnover here from Owensboro Catholic. On the bad pass there, coming from Harvey, one of the senior leaders of this team.
Isabel's going to check back in. Apparently not feeling too bad from that collision with McKay.
And Sydney coming out, the Lady Tigers again in a position to potentially take the lead here. Isabel right side, working against Conkright. She gives it out to Cassidy, who's guarded by the much larger McKay. Isabel here to Natalie. Aaliyah thinks about it. Step back over Maggard is just can't get the roll. Just long and then fell short into the hands here of Conkright. Reed inside now, Maggard. Harvey into McKay. Everybody's touched the ball for Catholic, and they're going to draw a foul.
Yeah, outstanding ball moving from Catholic. Got that ball exactly where they wanted it to go.
McKay 77% on the year.
At the line for Owensboro Catholic, number 22, Hannah McKay, shooting 2.
Knocks down the first, and I believe her first points of the game. You see Sydney coming for Skylar there.
15, Catherine Head, and enter the Breakers game on number 14, Sydney Tucker.
And that one no good. From McKay, Isabel streaking down the court here. Takes it all the way with her right. Out to Natalie, who knocked down a three earlier. To Cassidy, who's wide open in the corner. Throws it up. And no good. Rebounded by McKay. Natalie, though, pressuring her, but she's able to get it away into the hands of Head here on the right side. Pass down low is no good to Maggard, and it's going to be Lady Tiger basketball trailing by 2 again.
One big difference between these two teams so far is Owensboro Catholic has turned the ball over a lot. Lady Tigers really haven't done that very much in this game.
We've seen a lot of disruption and a lot of simple passes, you would think, just unforced turnovers. Cassidy's going to fire up another three in the corner and gets the roll.
The first lead of the game for the Lady Tigers, and it came off a ball that hit every corner of the rim.
And my goodness, the Lady Tigers lead here in the second quarter. Three on the way by Harvey's good, and there's the answer.
3-point goal, Spencer Harvey.
And Isabel now with the ball, back with that 2-point deficit. Working up against Head, she has it all the way out on the left side. Gives it up to Cassidy. Tries to drive. Aaliyah here finds Isabel, fakes the three, and draws the foul. That one going to go against Maggard. And we're going to see substitution for Owensboro Catholic. That's going to see Katie Riney come into the game. Definitely not as large of an option as Maggard. Aaliyah here, mid-range, and she walked. So Owensboro Catholic regains possession, and they hold that 2-point lead. And here's Reed here, taking it across the timeline for the Lady Aces. Working up against Isabel. To Riney. Reed thinks about the three. Riney with the ball. Harvey, who just knocked one down, drives all the way in and blocked away there. Isabel with the ball. Takes it to the right. Back with her left. All the way in.
Oh, what a...
And she can't get the finish. Got by 4 defenders, but just not able to put that one into the basket. Reed thinks about the three, fires it up and knocks it down. And Owensboro Catholic
on fire from three-point range.
They can't miss
game
right now. The Lady Tigers not getting any breaks from Owensboro Catholic from beyond the arc.
Could have swore from here that Isabel drive was going to end up with a basket, and it just did not go.
And it just resulted in an unfortunate swing for the Lady Tigers. But so far playing really well, forcing turnovers, getting rebounds, and Owensboro Catholic just knocking out shots right now.
Got a great game here from Tiger Arena. 3 minutes left until halftime.
You got to give a lot of credit for the Lady Tigers for one particular area. That is keeping Hannah McKay as much of a non-factor in this game as they have so far. Last year she scored 24 against the Lady Tigers. And that was in the regular season matchup. And that definitely cost the Lady Tigers. So far tonight, though, just 1 point. And here's Isabel now with the ball. 5-point deficit on the left side. Takes it with her left. Against McKay. Goes for the hard finish. And it's going to go make its way into the hands of Harvey here on the right side. And now Reed, Harvey. Three on the way by Head. No good. She's knocked down more than a couple tonight. Cassidy has it to Natalie, left side. And Cassidy's going to fire up a three. Short. And a big hit there.
Jump ball.
And that one's going to stay with Owensboro Catholic, though. And it looked like Sydney may have taken a knee or a leg to her stomach there. But Cassidy's going to come out for Lily Critchlow now.
County, number 50, Lily Critchlow.
Here's Reed on the right side. To Head. Back over to Riney. Reed to McKay inside, and that's just what the Lady Tigers need.
Great steal. Maybe a swing of momentum here.
And that's going to be a foul there going against Harvey. an unforced foul there in the backcourt.
I know at the beginning I said needed to keep the score low in order for the Lady Tigers to win. I believe it's somewhat what they've done so far, but it's a little bit higher scoring than
for a team that only gives up
expected.
about, I believe the Lady Tigers only giving up about 45 points per game. Owensboro Catholic well beyond that pace. 3 on the way. Isabel is good, but yeah, certainly not a low-scoring game for what we've seen. And here's Reed. Now into the hands of Riney. The Lady Tigers winning this one in a way we haven't seen them win a game in certainly a couple of weeks. Riney takes it to her right to head out to Reed now. 2-point game. Riney thinks about it. Pass inside. Isabel can't get the steal, but she's still fighting for it. And eventually a foul going to be called. And
Isabel grabbing at the hip again, and she's going to have to. She's limping around, but I don't know if she's coming out of the game yet.
certainly doesn't want to. But eventually the decision is made, and Cassidy will come in. Isabel giving it everything she has out there so far in this game. It's going to be inbounded by McKay here. Oh, not McKay. Harvey, and a 5-second call. And another big turnover from Owensboro Catholic.
Momentum in this game just keeps swinging back and forth. You can't tell who's going to get a hold on it.
And it has been back and forth indeed. Sydney here with space. Natalie out to Sydney. 3 on the way. No good. But a big fight, and Aaliyah somehow comes away with that rebound. Over to Natalie. Kicked out. Sydney thinks about it again. Guarded by Head, and it's going to be tapped into the hands here of Cassidy, who's just going to lose this one into the backcourt. How did Aaliyah come away with that basketball?
That was a crazy rebound, and the possession ended in unceremonious fashion as it just went across backcourt.
Here's Riney, left side to Reed. Drags it out, under a minute to go in the half. Takes it right. Head to McKay. Guarded by Sydney. Reed with acres of space there. Head, though, going to drag it out. 35 seconds. Riney, 3 on the way. Harvey, long, great box out from Cassidy on Head, and Cassidy's just going to try and get this one down the court. 25 seconds to go, and it looks like the Lady Tigers giving it to Aaliyah, and we've seen Aaliyah a lot of times play out that isolation play, overload it, and let Aaliyah take one great drive to the bucket. Great finisher. Aaliyah with 7 seconds. Takes it left. And going to be tapped out of bounds there by Head with 3.5 to go. The Lady Tigers trailing by 2.
Need a quick shot off the inbound. Maybe get a chance for a rebound.
Into the hands of Sydney here, and it looks like that's just going to wrap up the first half action. The Lady Tigers trailing 29-27 to the Owensboro Catholic Lady Aces. But my goodness, it's been a thriller so far. And we're going to go ahead now and send you over to our sponsors.
Wright Implement is your one-stop source for everything John Deere. Save like never before on everything from commercial zero-turn mowers to lawn tractors to compact utility tractors and more. Right now at Wright Implement, you can get 0% financing for 60 months on a brand new John Deere 4044M compact utility tractor, and that price includes a loader. Save today at Wright Implement with 9 locations in Kentucky and Indiana to serve you, and online at wrightimp.com.
Emptiness. That's what this is right now. And I'm not just talking about the auditorium. Here at Breck Live, we have space for a commercial. Your very own commercial. Kobe. This could have been you. But instead, it's just me. All alone. And I just want to go home.
Here at Breck Live, we have space for commercials. This ad could have been yours.
But instead, you can watch us eat for the remaining time of this commercial.
Being a Breck Live broadcaster and seeing all these players, I realize now that I wish I could dunk.
Whoa. Whoa.
If you would like to advertise for Breck Live, your wish is our command.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to center court for a special presentation. 3 years ago, Breckinridge County High School started a special award called an Honorary Tiger Award. This award is designed to recognize those individuals that have gone above and beyond to make our school a better place. Tonight, we felt necessary to present an honorary Tiger Award for the second time. Ladies and gentlemen, we present Ms. Doris Jean Critchlow with an honorary Tiger Award. Doris Jean has been more than just a mother and a grandmother of Fighting Tigers and Lady Tigers. She has been more than just a Tiger fan with a painted face and a maroon pom-pom. Doris Jean has been an iconic and even legendary figure for Breckenridge County sports since 1970. To this day, it is not uncommon for Tiger Nation to roll into the gymnasium of an opponent and not only have Doris Jean tag along, but have members of the opponent call Doris Jean by name and usher her to a special seat they have reserved for her. We look forward to many more years of Doris Jean walking into Tiger Arena with her cushioned chair and her followers, which mainly consists of grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Ms. Doris Jean Critchlow, on behalf of Breckenridge County High School, we present this honorary Tiger Award and want to thank you for being such an iconic member of Tiger Nation.
Wright Implement is your one-stop source for everything John Deere. Save like never before on everything from commercial zero-turn mowers to lawn tractors to compact utility tractors and more. Right now at Wright Implement, you can get 0% financing for 60 months on a brand new John Deere 4044M compact utility tractor, and that price includes a loader. Save today at Wright Implement with 9 locations in Kentucky and Indiana to serve you, and online at wrightimp.com.
Welcome back to Tiger Arena here, and we're just about to get the second half underway. And Wyman, we saw a fantastic, extremely competitive first half of action.
Yes, we did. And some outstanding three-point shooting from both sides, especially Owensboro Catholic. They knocked down several in a row. And there for about, I believe it was 5 in a row at one point.
They're not what you'd expect in terms of quality compared to Henderson County from beyond the arc, but they've certainly played like it so far.
They've played an outstanding game, and the hustle of the Lady Tigers that's kept them in this game.
It's been offensive rebounding, which we didn't expect. It's been forcing turnovers, which we did expect, but it's been keeping Hannah McKay pretty silent so far tonight, and that is the big factor. Only 1 point, I believe, to this point.
Hannah McKay and Spencer Harvey, 2 of the leading scorers for Owensboro Catholic, have been kept pretty silent throughout the entire game. It's been Head and Reed, I believe. They've shot a bunch of threes and had most of the points for Owensboro Catholic.
For the Lady Tigers, it's been a little bit of everything. We've seen Isabel bring out some fancy moves. She's knocked down more than a couple shots. Sydney with a 3, Cassidy with a 3, Aaliyah with a couple of 3s. And it's been balanced scoring, spreading the court, and breaking that sort of light press that Owensboro Catholic's been putting on. And it's been working wonders so far for the Lady Tigers.
Aaliyah has had an outstanding game.
Oh, absolutely.
Leading the team in threes already, and not to mention her free throw shooting, her defense, and just sheer effort throughout the entire game.
Insane hustle play, of course, on this baseline here. And we're just about 30 seconds now until we get into the third quarter of action. Lady Tigers trailing 29-27, and it is close. That's second quarter, completely back and forth. Momentum really didn't swing either way throughout the vast majority of it, and anything could happen, I feel like, at this point in the game.
This game is wide open for grabs, and whoever wants it more is going to have to take it. 29-27, one possession game at halftime. Couldn't ask for anything more here.
Absolutely not. The Lady Tigers took a couple of late leads, but at the end, it's only us to lead at the end.
I know the The boys didn't get the senior night they wanted. We'll see if the girls can seal the deal here on their senior night.
And it's going to be the Lady Tigers starting with possession now. And it'll be Natalie into Isabel here as we get this second half underway. Isabel here, out to Natalie. Hitting on the outside here. Sydney down low. Isabel takes it to her left, drags it all the way out to the left to Natalie again on the left wing here. Out to Skylar, who started. 3 on the way, Isabel. Big triple there. And Isabel has given the Lady Tigers the lead here right out of the gate in the third quarter.
Lady Tigers have had 2 leads in this game, and this is now one of them, a first play of the second half.
And Reed here to Harvey now. McKay shut down right now by Sydney. Fantastic job. And Aaliyah forces Reed all the way out to the volleyball line here. Reed looking, makes the pass out here to Henning. Kick out, now to Harvey, back Reed. She thinks about the 3 guarded by Isabel. It'll be Harvey to fire it up, and that ball may have never gotten over the rim, but it went in.
A line drive 3 from Harvey.
Isabel on the right side now. Back where they started the second half. Isabel out. 3 on the way from Skylar. It's going to miss everything here long. And rebounded away by Reed. Down the middle of the court. McKay. And too easy for her. Can't let that happen. Isabel now working against a 4-point deficit. On the left side. This is where we've seen the Lady Tigers really struggle in recent games. Third and fourth quarters. We're just not seeing the same basketball play. Natalie 3, no good. And again, the Lady Tigers can't come away with the rebound into the hands of McKay.
Looks to me like the ball movement of the first half has not transitioned to the second half. It's been a quick shot on each possession, and it hasn't been a great shot on any of them.
Inside now, Henning drags it out. Harvey. She fires up another one. Knocks it down again.
Not to mention that Lady Aces are red hot coming out at halftime.
Still not missing this team. Isabel now on the right. Takes it in, all the way in. Somehow gets that one out to Sydney. She's going to take a hit there, and a travel is the call.
I'm not sure I ever saw the travel there. I might have saw a few fouls along the way, but
certainly raising the eyebrows here of Tiger Arena. Here's Reed now to get it across half court after a change of possession there. Aaliyah has caused a lot of problems at the top of the key tonight for whoever's had the ball for Owensboro Catholic, and that will need to continue if the Lady Tigers expect to win this game. Henning nearly turns it over. Certainly looked like a walk there, and that will be an over and back. And to the possession of the Lady Tigers now. So far, the Lady Aces just unstoppable from beyond the arc. Not what you'd expect from a 30% shooting team.
They've hardly missed in this game.
Aaliyah on the right. Dangerous pass, but it gets through. Isabel drives in, takes a hit, takes 2 hits. Can't get the finish, though. And McKay with the rebound up against Skylar. Here's Reed now. Sydney quick to get on McKay. Harvey, right side, drags it back out. She's going to get it back up to Reed. Inside pass to Maggard. She throws it up. No good. Rebounded this time by Sydney. The Lady Tigers really need to build some momentum here.
7-point deficit, the largest in a while, and that's kicked. And it stays the Lady Tiger ball.
I'm going off the foot of Owensboro Catholic there. We're going to see Cassidy come into the game. Sort of diversify the offense here. It's going to be Natalie to inbound on the baseline. Kicks out immediately to a wide open Cassidy, who throws it up long again. Natalie with the rebound. Kick out to Isabel. Mid-range, puts it up, blocked, gets her own rebound, and just eventually going to be turned over here into the hands of Reed now. Right side. Inside now to McKay, who puts it up, and she's going back to the line for the second time tonight.
McKay still hasn't got started yet, but looking like some better signs, which are not great for Breckenridge County in this game.
Picked up that field goal early on the fast break layup. But the Lady Tigers, only 3 points in this half so far. And it's been a reoccurring issue as McKay, they're unable to hit. 1 for 3 on the night now.
Pretty uncharacteristic for the 76% free throw shooter.
Second is good, and she's 2 for 4 now at the line. Owensboro Catholic 4 for 8 now. Isabel, right side. Cassidy here. Takes it, Natalie. And we're seeing that weave again that we saw in the first half. Was very effective.
Seemed to work like a charm. Offense got going in the first half.
Cassidy makes a great move and a great finish. Lady Tigers cut it back down to 6 now. Here's Reed with the ball. You know, you're across midcourt. 38-32 now, the score line. Down low, Maggard working against Aaliyah. Turns her shoulder, and that's going to be an offensive foul. I believe that's 3 on Maggard.
Fouls on Owensboro Catholics, number 35, Allie Maggard, her third, team first, the second half.
I was going to see Kinsley Goetz come into the game for Maggard there, making her first appearance on the night for Owensboro Catholic.
And number 15, Catherine.
And also signifies their 9th player into the game. Cassidy, Isabel, out. Cassidy thinks about the 3, double team by Reed and McKay. And gonna say she stepped on the baseline, or no, a foul here.
You know, losing Maggard, you're not losing a ton of scoring, but that's a big defensive presence and a big rebounder for Owensboro Catholic. Great news for the Tigers that she now has 3 fouls.
And as you mentioned, that McKay picks up a foul there. McKay pushed out on that left side there for Owensboro Catholic, and another foul. Cassidy draws a second in a row. This one going to go against Harvey.
Fouls on Owensboro Catholics, number 11, Spencer.
First half kind of flew by due to hardly any fouls, but this one's starting to slow down here. A few fouls in a row.
3 by Sydney. Going to end up left. Rebounded there by Goetz. And now makes its way into the hands of Harvey here on the left side. Back to Reed. Thinks about it. To Harvey, who's knocked down more than her fair share of triples tonight. McKay gets the ball right into the middle of a double team. And we're going to see not sure yet. Potentially a warning of some sort. But a jump ball is the call, so not quite sure what happened there, but that one's going to stay with Owensboro Catholic.
Jump ball, possession arrow, Owensboro Catholic.
We're going to see now Riney come back into the game for Reed. Inbound, Aaliyah knocks it away. And we've seen Aaliyah make so many tips so far tonight. A lot of deflections. Isabel driving all the way in, puts it up, banks it in, and back down to 4. The Lady Tigers with the last 4 of the game. Thrown up here. And our offensive rebound, but stripped away, Aaliyah. Now into the hands here, Riney. Inside to Goetz, who's going to throw it up and can't get the roll.
Don't know if you noticed it, but Sydney starting to face guard McKay. And looking like that might be a big key for the rest of this game. Have the best defender on McKay to keep her as neutralized as possible.
It had been working for a lot of the first half, and so far so good for it. And Goet's going to miss the first, 61% on the year. McKay going to come out of the game, and this could be a big, big final 2:30 of the quarter for the Lady Tigers. Second one from Goetz. She knocks it down. Another one make, one miss for the Lady Aces at the line. Natalie on the left to Isabel. 3 on the way. Left, but another offensive rebound. Natalie with the ball. Double team coming. Isabel kicks it out. Sydney, she's going to draw in another double. Aaliyah kicks it out to a wide open Cassidy. Throws up a 3, knocks it down! And a big triple there. Back to 2.
One possession game. I don't think the double teams, you can just keep bringing them. They're moving the ball around.
7-1 run from the Lady Tigers. Not making turnovers right now, and it is paying dividends. No McKay in the game. No Maggard in the game. And for the Lady Aces, weak right now. And here's Sydney, who's going to get the foul drawn against there it was, Goats and the Lady Tigers with a chance to tie or take the lead again, and we're going to see a 10th player coming to the game for Owensboro Catholic. It's going to be Johnson. As we said, they're deep, and so far they're 10 tonight.
Number 13, Rachel Johnson.
Isabel here. Working against Riney to Natalie. Natalie takes it. Cassidy. Surely a foul in there, and it will be called. That one going to go against Head. And 6 now against Catholic.
A ton of fouls against Catholic here in just a couple of minutes. All game it's been pretty foul-free, but right now,
both teams with 10 points in the third quarter right now. Isabel to Natalie. Back to Isabel. Left side, kick out Natalie. 3 on the way. Rattles out, but it's going to be tapped out of bounds by Owensboro Catholic. Last touch by Harvey. And we see Henning come back into the game for Head here. And, of course, McKay returning. Comes in for Harvey. Senior for senior and starter for starter. Natalie, kick out. Cassidy wide open again. Knocks down the 3, and the Lady Tigers back ahead, 40-39. My goodness, what a third quarter. 1 minute to go now.
Like I said earlier, the momentum just keeps swinging right back and forth. It's all in favor of the Lady Tigers right now.
Riney, nearly a steal by Isabel. Drive in, throws it up, Conkright, no good. Rebound, McKay puts it up and puts it in. And a big offensive rebound from McKay as she's able to give the Lady Aces the lead once more.
All the Lady Tigers have to do is hang around in this game and get a lead at the right time. Of course, you'd love to go ahead by 10, but I'm just not sure that's going to happen.
Can't be won in one shot.
Largest lead of the game for the Lady Tigers, 1 point.
That is the case tonight. It's happened 3 times now, I believe. McKay at the line, she's 2 for 4 in the night, 77% on the year. No problems there as they are able to regain that 2-point lead. Under a minute to go in the third quarter, and the deficit is the same as it started in the third quarter. Natalie here, left side, good ball movement to Aaliyah. Pull up mid-range, can't get the roll, rebound by McKay, and a big miss there from Aaliyah late in this third quarter. It's going to be Reed here who gets it across the timeline out to Harvey. And would not be surprised if Owensboro Catholic looks for the last shot or potentially an offensive rebound here in these closing seconds of the third quarter. In the hands of Harvey. She's knocked down more than a couple of threes tonight. 10 seconds to go now. Gives it up, Henning. Mid-range, puts it up, no good. And rebounded by Cassidy. Gets it out, and that's going to wrap up the third quarter. My goodness, we are watching something unfold here. 42-41 after 3 quarters. And we now go ahead and send you over to our sponsors.
Wright Implement is your one-stop source for everything John Deere. Save like never before on everything from commercial zero-turn mowers to lawn tractors to compact utility tractors and more. Right now at Wright Implement, you can get 0% financing for 60 months on a brand new John Deere 4044M compact utility tractor, and that price includes a loader. Save today at Wright Implement with 9 locations in Kentucky and Indiana to serve you, and online at wrightimp.com.
And we're going to go ahead and welcome you back here. Final quarter of action, 42-40. Same deficit that the Lady Tigers had going into that third quarter. And Wyman, we are seeing an absolutely phenomenal showing out there tonight.
This has been the best game I've watched all season. It's been amazing. It's been back and forth. Largest lead of the game for the Lady Tigers is 1 point, but the largest lead for Owensboro Catholic is 7. So it's been an outstanding game.
Bringing back flashbacks of that Meade County game the boys played. As we know, Isabel, great split inside, short though, and McKay with the rebound. And every possession, extraordinarily important. Reed here, fakes the 3, guarded by Isabel. Inside pass, tapped away, and a foul going to be called against Aaliyah there. And she looks shocked as that is the call.
Fouls on Breckenridge County's number 22. Aaliyah
Yeah, it's
Butler,
kind of been
her
going
second
on all
personal
game
foul.
without a call, and now all of a sudden it's going to get called.
Certainly surprising for how physical we've seen a lot of contact in this game. Feet inside, it's up and in there. That one by Johnson, who was the 10th player off the bench for Catholic tonight. Lady Tigers with the ball and now back down 2 possessions. Here's Isabel. Way out on the right side to Natalie. She's looking, swings it over to Cassidy, who has been massive in that third quarter with a handful of triples. Natalie. Aaliyah now. Reversal is going to be a turnover. And
Very rare for the Lady Tigers in this game, and that was not a great time for it.
the Lady Tigers have not been hanging in this game. They're turning the ball over, and that could be a massive swing as this could go back up to a 7-point lead, which, as you mentioned, the largest of the night. Henning. Outside Reed. Fires it up. No good. Aaliyah comes down with a strong rebound into the hands of Cassidy now on the left side. Desperate for a bucket now. Natalie. Aaliyah. Great drive and draws the foul and somehow gets the bucket there. My goodness. And a lot of disgust amongst the Owensboro Catholic supporters, but my goodness, Aaliyah Mucker with what might be one of the best finishes of the year there.
That was the most amazing drive through contact. That was amazing.
And as physical as this game's been, believe it or not, this is only the second trip for any player for Breckenridge County at the line, and it's Aaliyah again who knocked down her first 2. This one's good, and back 2-1. My goodness. 6:30 to go. Reed to Harvey. Left side out to Reed again. Thrown up here. Henning knocks it down. Not the prettiest shot, but it made its way in. 3-point lead. Isabel here. Catholic looking to swarm. Natalie drags it out to Skylar, who started in this game. Kick out here to Aaliyah on the right. And she takes a massive hit there. But she's able to get up and recover, and this is going to be 1-1 now for the Lady Tigers. She seems entirely unfazed by that.
That was just closed off quick on that drive. That was a hard foul from, I believe that was Harvey, if I'm not mistaken.
3-point
game, and Aaliyah, she's been good so far. But this could be a massive, massive free throw. She knocks it down, no problem there. Back down to 2. Second one up from Aaliyah. Perfect tonight. 5 for 5. 45 for the Lady Tigers and just a 1-point deficit. It has been so much more than I think everybody anticipated this one. Reed inside to Maggard. She tries to spin. Turnover into the hands of Isabel. Down the right side. She thinks about taking it to the middle. Drags it out to the right side. Back to Natalie. Sydney to Skylar. Thinks about the 3. Reverses it all the way over. Isabel fakes the 3. Takes it in the middle. Weaves all the way in. Can't get the finish though. Forced off balance there by the bigger defender. Reed now with the ball. Out here 3 on the way by Henning. Short. And a great fight for the rebound here. And Sydney somehow comes away with that one. Gives it up to Aaliyah.
Aaliyah in transition.
Pulls up. Can't get the finish, though, and the Lady Tigers just not able to break that Owensboro Catholic lead. Henning here. And now to Reed, thanks, slowing down a little bit, under 5 to go in this game. Henning, who knocked one down earlier there, gives this one out into the hands of Head. Inside pass and a turnover. Maggard unable to hold on to that one.
1 point game, anyone's game here with 4 minutes, 43 seconds. We're watching something special right now.
This is an outstanding game. Isabel across the timeline, 1 point deficit. Aaliyah here. Inside, Skylar. Can't get the finish on the bigger defender there against Maggard. Reed on the right side. Drags it in against Aaliyah, tries to spin. Spins a little too much. And still fighting for it, and that likely will be, and a foul is called. Very curious who this will be against. No certainty at all. And it looks like it's going to be against, goes against Owensboro Catholic, and it goes against Hannah McKay there. And once again, we see more than a little bit of retaliation from the Owensboro Catholic supporters, but that is a massive free throw because it now sends Aaliyah Mucker to the line. And they actually overturn it. And it will go to Skylar, who only shoots 43% or 46%, I believe, from the line.
Would have been nice to have Aaliyah on the line. She is the leading free throw shooter on the team.
Skylar, though, massive chance. First one's up. Long. And McKay is going to draw a foul here. That one going to go against Aaliyah. Skylar misses the first Lady Tiger free throw of the night, but only the first attempt outside of Aaliyah. See Skylar come out and Lily Critchlow come into the game. 4 minutes to go, and Wyman, I am shaking right now.
Yeah, four minutes to go, and it's been a 1 point game for the last, seems like 3.5 quarters.
It has been an absolute brawl. Head here to Reed. Inside pass, Maggard. Step back, throws it up, draws the foul. Now one goes against Lily Critchlow there. And sends Maggard to the line, who is 0 for 1 on the night. 53%. That one well off the mark.
This would be a massive win for the Lady Tigers if they could get it. Probably be one of their best wins on the season.
And no good again. And the grind continues. Natalie on the right side here, and a timeout call from the Lady Tigers. My goodness. This is unlimited stress right now.
We've had 3.5 quarters of some of the most back and forth, momentum swinging performances that we've seen all season from the Lady Tigers. 1 point game, 46-45. And
you couldn't ask for a better 4 quarters of basketball now.
Each team has a 50-50 chance of winning this game.
It has been so much more than anybody could ever expect it to be. Of course, we know what's on the line. The Lady Tigers have not beaten Owensboro Catholic at home since November of 2005. And the Lady Tigers, we know they've been on a massive slump. Make no mistake about it. Offensively, it has not been very convincing. But tonight, it hasn't been the offense as much as it's been hustling, getting rebounds, and fighting. And it's proven to work out here tonight so far.
And when you do those 3 things, the offense will come. And it has. 45 points. They're going to hit the 50-point mark. I feel almost certain of it.
Barring a catastrophe. And once again, we are back underway. Isabel here gets it across the timeline. 1 point deficit. Working against Head. Aaliyah out to Isabel again. Aaliyah here, guarded by Maggard. Isabel out to Natalie, the senior, and she's going to walk there. And a massive turnover there from the Lady Tigers. About 3:30 to go. And a chance to push this to 2 possessions for Owensboro Catholic. 46-45, and it's felt like that score's been up there for hours. Maggard out to Reed. Open 3 opportunity. And we've seen them knock those down so many times tonight.
For a 30% three-point shooting team, they have looked like the Golden State Warriors of old.
They certainly have not looked like, they've looked more like Henderson County than Henderson County did. Natalie. Isabel nearly stumbles possession. Double teamed though. Out to Cassidy. Gives it up to Natalie here. And Isabel again. 2:45 to go. 4-point deficit. Kicked out. Natalie, the senior, fires one up. Got it! And what a big 3 there from Natalie Tabor. Back to 1. Oh my goodness. Maggard here. Head out to Reed. Reed head a 3 short. Into the hands of Cassidy, who just gets this one out to Natalie. 2:15 to go. And a foul going to go against Head there. Natalie going to the line for the double bonus now, I believe.
What's Natalie shooting on the year from free throw, John?
Natalie has been in a slump recently, only 58% now. And
definitely need one of those. Definitely want to tie it.
And it is 1-1 here, so no guarantees about a second. First one's long. And again, the Lady Tigers just can't get over that 1-point margin. Here's Reed. Getting around to 2 minutes now. 1-point game. Aaliyah overplays here. Kicked out. Maggard fires up a long 2. No good. Tapped around though. And they're going to give the timeout here to Owensboro Catholic. A 30-second timeout. And a quick call there. And
I'm not really sure anyone absolutely had possession.
No, we're seeing, I don't know if we call them controversial calls, but close to it so far, both sides.
We've seen some iffy ones here late in this game, and they're magnified by the fact that it's the 4th quarter in a game this close.
And now with under 2 minutes to go, everything on the line here in this 1-point game. And it has been outstanding, but once again, the Lady Tigers just can't get over that 1-point hump. And if they want to come out winners tonight, that's going to be huge. Did just see Skylar there checking into the game. And we're just about to get going again.
It's going to be an eventful final 2 minutes. And it could take a very, very long time to get to the end of this final 2 minutes.
Eventful and agonizing. McKay inside, throws it up right over Sydney. Gets her own rebound though, and nothing you can do there if you're Sydney. Isabel here, 3-point deficit again. Aaliyah drives it, pulls up mid-range, got it! And another big shot, back to 1. The Lady Tigers will not go away. Here's Reed now. Aaliyah back at the top of the key defensively.
You know they're going to try to take their time here. Clock is on their side.
Here's Henning, 1:26 to go. No need to rush it for this team. Tipped away. Reed, though, going to come away with the ball, and my goodness, how big could that have been? Aaliyah overplays. Henning here, drives in the lane. Thinks about it, nearly throws it up. McKay, long 2, rolls out. Rebounded by Skylar. And jump ball going to be called. That one's going to go. It's going to stay here with Owensboro Catholic. 1:09 to go.
Now, just how big would the possession arrow have been if we'd got the jump ball on the last call?
Inbound coming in from Harvard. We know how dangerous they can be inside. Maggard throws it up. Oh, just barely. Isabel, 3-point deficit again. Thinks about the 3. Aaliyah, step back. Long into the hands of Owensboro Catholic. And my goodness, it seemed like it was going in there. Reed against Aaliyah.
Definitely need a stop.
Harvey and timeout. Full timeout called by Owensboro Catholic.
Timeout. Owensboro Catholic.
45.9 on the clock. And 3-point game.
And the stress, all-time high. The intensity of this one unmatched. Owensboro Catholic with the ball, with a 3-point lead, but they are only in the 1-and-1. As for Catholic's free throw shooters, we know McKay 3 for 5 on the night. We know Conkright, who's been out there, knocked down 2. Only 65% on the year, though. Spencer Harvey and Hannah McKay, arguably the most tested free throw shooters out there. The point guard, Reed, only 54% on the year. So there's options for the Lady Tigers if they elect a foul, but would not expect it right away.
Definitely going to try to get a steal or defensive stop first.
Makes its way easily into the hands there of Henning. Henning 58% on the year as well. Hands now of Maggard. Harvey, and Harvey who they want at the line. 1-and-1, 33 seconds to go.
Gonna have to start fouling. This will be a 1-and-1, so this is the first in a very good position.
The senior in a valuable position here. Nobody up for Owensboro Catholic, and knocks it down no problem. 2-possession game, 33 to go. Second is both. Well. And I don't think she's gotten a shot above the rim today, but she's knocked them all down. Isabel here, 5-point deficit. Working against the clock, 30 seconds to go. Cassidy drives, kicks it out. Natalie, the senior.
Need to get a shot off quick.
Sydney, 20 seconds to go, pulls up. No good, Hannah McKay with the rebound. Out to Reed, 16 seconds to go. And that's just going to send Harvey back to the line. 5-point game. 14 seconds to go, and the Lady Tigers there taking way too much time trying to get a shot off.
Yeah, it was a very drawn-out possession and nothing to show for it.
Had about 38 seconds, ended up with only about 14 before the foul's made. It's got to be quicker. Harvey back at the line, and makes 3 in a row now.
I believe that one will definitely seal the deal for Catholic today.
Makes it tough. Such a hard-fought battle from the Lady Tigers. No good by Isabel. And that's going to wrap it up in a heartbreaker for the Lady Tigers.
It was a great game. Great effort from everyone out there on the court. And Owensboro Catholic just shot a little bit better today.
And yeah, some big shots. Some lucky shots, you would argue, percentage-wise. But overall, the Aces come out winners 57-50. And from Breck Live, John Smith and Wyman Dowell, that'll wrap it up.
Wright Implement is your one-stop source for everything John Deere. Save like never before on everything from commercial zero-turn mowers to lawn tractors to compact utility tractors and more. Right now at Wright Implement, you can get 0% financing for 60 months on a brand new John Deere 4044M compact utility tractor, and that price includes a loader. Save today at Wright Implement with 9 locations in Kentucky and Indiana to serve you, and online at wrightimp.com.
Emptiness. That's what this is right now. And I'm not just talking about the auditorium. Here at Breck Live, we have space for a commercial. Your very own commercial. Kobe. This could have been you, but instead, it's just me, all alone. And I just want to go home.
Here at Breck Live, we have space for commercials. This ad could have been yours.
But instead, you can watch us eat for the remaining time of this commercial.
Being a Breck Live broadcaster and seeing all these players, I realize now that I wish I could dunk.
Whoa. Whoa.
If you would like to advertise for Breck Live, your wish is our command.
Middle. Aubrey with another touch. She's going to have one-on-one.
And she has her double!
QB can't get it off, and he's taken it down
by Trenton Brown.
Trenton Brown, the savior out here.
Get it over. Repeats it live. Madison Thompson with the set. Tesla with the spike.
Isabel thinks about it. She's going to take a hit. No problem. What a find.